Hey guys, it's me CriticalCubing, and today I will be showing you how I set up my GuoGuan YueXiao. So before you set up this cube, you should at least do 100 to 500 solves to break in the plastic a little bit. So after breaking in the plastic, you can set up this cube to how I show you. I will only recommend setting up your cube after you have broken in the plastic a bit, otherwise you will not get the full results of it. And the materials which you will require is of course your cube, a screwdriver, and your lubrication bottles. So the first step is cleaning your cube, and here you can do either of the two things. You can either wash the cube like how I do it, or you can get an old towel or cloth like this and then you can just wipe the pieces off with that. You can do either of these two, but I would recommend that you wash the cube. So I'll wash the cube and be right back. Hey guys, I'm back after washing my pieces. So now I have lined up all of my pieces like in this position. So here I have all of my center caps, here are the washers, here are the screws and springs, the core, the center pieces, and the core corner piece and edge pieces. Now first we will be lubricating our core, and this time around the core is a bit different. So if you take a look at the core, normally we have two of the inner rings which we lubricate to reduce the friction inside the core. But this time around we have this pillar type of thing around which the washer sits at the very bottom. So the only source of friction this time in this mechanism is the friction between the washer and the spring and the spring and the screw. So this is the washer, and the washer just goes like that and sits at the very bottom, and that is where all of the friction will be. And because the small gap between this pillar and the outside wall, our lube bottle cannot really reach down there. So how do you lubricate this then? So for lubricating this, you have to hold the washer with your left hand like this, and then just add a dab of lube on the corner of the washer. And so I'm just going to do that now. So, and I'm using Traxxas 50K differential oil for lubricating my core. So you just take a little bit of this diff oil, yeah, and then just put it like that at the edge of the washer, like that much, and then slowly you put the core on a flat surface, and then you just put the washer down like this. So it will be like this. So that is how you will lubricate the washer, and because the springs will be moving around, the lubrication will spread around evenly. So you do that for all of your 6 center pieces. So our first part of lubricating the core is done. So here are all of my center pieces which I have put the washers in and lubricated the washers. Now the second step, where the friction would be there, is between this spring and the head of the screw. So if we take a look at this, yeah, so this between this spring and this head of the screw. So what you do is, you can keep the spring aside, you just put a dab of lube around the head of this washer, and I'm again using 50K differential oil. Not too much, just a little bit, like that shiny thing, just a dab, small dab of lube will work. You put that around the screw, then you attach the spring back in, and then you just take a core with the washer inside, and then you just put this in like this. Doing this, you have completed the first part and second part of lubricating the core. So now do this for the remaining screws, and I will meet you afterwards. I have done my center caps, they are all around here. So once you're done with this step, you're practically done with 50% of the lubrication process. So now we lubricated our core, and you don't need to do anything about this core. You can just put the core back together so we can start assembling it. Get your screwdriver, hold the cube like this, so you have the screwdriver pin like this, and then grab the piece with the thumb and index finger, and then you just roll this core over the top, so you know you are not getting the core and screw crooked. So as you can see here, it went in perfectly, so I know this is not crooked. So don't push it all the way in. I like to keep a little amount of gap like this. You cannot probably see this. I like to keep a little bit of gap between these things, and as you can see, the core went in perfectly. It is not crooked at all. So this method is really nice to get non-crooked screws and core which is perfectly aligned. So now you do this with the rest of your center pieces. So here I am done with my core, and at this point you can cap your 50k lubrication bottle, and you can take out any other lubrication that you might have. I tend to use 30k just because it's a middle ground between fast and long lasting. So you can use that. Otherwise, if you don't have any other lubrication available, then you can just use 50k. Just don't put too much of 50k in, otherwise it will make the cube slow. So I will keep the 50k aside and use the 30k. But if you don't have any other lubrication, then you can continue on with whatever lubrication you have on you. So now we start assembling the puzzle. Assembling is really easy. You just find the proper pieces and then just put the piece in correctly like this. So I know that when yellow is on top, orange comes to the right side of green. So I want to find the orange, which is here. Now you hold this edge piece so it does not move, and then you just push this orange inside. So you have two of the edge pieces now, and now you want to put this corner in like this, the orange, green and orange and green and white corner, and then you put the orange and green edge piece. So putting this orange and green edge piece will lock this block inside, so it will not like roll over or like disassemble again. So once you're done with this, you just continue right side. So I know blue comes in here, so yeah, blue and white. So blue, and then orange and blue corner piece, and then the orange and blue edge piece, which is like this. And now you just put in, the last edge piece, which is this one, like that. And then you just build this side, so the corner and an edge, and you don't build that side just now. So now once you're done with this much, you can start building the top layer. And building the top layer is very easy. You just take a random corner like this, and then you take a note of this color in the front of the corner, and then you put in the correct edge piece. So this is orange, so I have to put the yellow and orange edge piece next. Then you add in the next orange and yellow corner, which is this one. So it should have an yellow and orange. That is what matters to us. So now you will have this, nice block created. It's like an F-perm. And then you take a note of this color and then add in that edge. Now you want to add in this last corner piece which we had left down there. So this corner piece would be the white, blue, and this one. You want to open up your lubrication bottle. You want to drop a little bit of lube at the very bottom of this piece, right in here. So not too much, just a little bit like that. You cannot probably see it, but it is shining like right. I did not put too much, it's just a little bit. And then you find the correct edge piece. And if you want, you can put a little bit of lube on this side also. But if you are using heavier lube like 30k, not like 50k or something, then I would not recommend this step because it will probably make your cube slower. So once you're done with this, you hold a piece like this and just pop this piece in. And now you can continue building the last of your layer. So once you are in this position, you want to do have open, like, so you want to have open side, and you just put a little bit of lubrication right at the bottom of this piece. So yeah, like that. And then you just want to do a rotation like this and come to this piece and just put a little bit of a little bit of lubrication in here. We can again do rotation, and you just put in this last corner piece, and this is the last step that we are going to do. You just put a little bit of lubrication on these corner like base, like that. Again, I did not put too much in. It may seem that I am putting too much. The lube just takes time to come out of the nozzle. And then you just take the last edge piece and then just pop it in. Now you can cap your lubrication bottle, and if there is any lubrication on top of the cube, then you can just use a towel like this and wipe the cube off. So now you just mix the cube all around the cube. So just do RL and do it gently, otherwise you will pop the cube. Like this, all the turns which you can do. And then I think I did, and yeah, F and B. So it's already getting faster. See, it's already getting faster, and it will just get more and more faster as you break in the lubrication. The last step is tensioning, and how I tension is that I just put the tensions on tight. So if there's a lot of gap like between this corner piece and screw, then I just put the gap down and just screw it down a bit. So until they are like the same level, and then just do it on all the sides. So at this step, you just move the cube around and see if you like these tensions or not. And then one test which I like to do is the corner cutting test. So I like to keep my tensions in moderate tight tensions so that it just barely corner cuts 45. So as of now, it's cutting 45 degree really nicely on all the side. That means I can tighten this cube a bit more. So I'll just do that. For an estimate, you can use 1 wrist turns like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can just count how many wrist turns you're doing and do that on all the sides for even tensions. Now as you can see, it is not corner cutting 45 degrees, like it requires 4. So this side is tightened too tightly. Same for this side. Same, like this side is still pretty nice. So now I have tensioned the cube too tightly, so you can just do like 2 wrist turns now from each side. Now test your tensions again. So now it's corner cutting 45 degrees with ease, 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 and ease. So this is the perfect tensions for me. So now you just do some triggers and some algorithms which you think you can do smooth. And as you can see, man, this cube is really fast now. It's already doing U2 turns. For optimal performance, I would suggest you do more 50 sols to break the lubrication in, and after breaking the lubrication in, it will become more faster than how it is now. And now you can just put the center caps back on. So if you did not understand anything in this video, you can go and take a look at my previous setup videos. I explain things much more clearly and better in some of the previous setup videos. And yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for my review and first impressions video now. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care guys, and bye.